This is only, so this is not really game news, but I have to mention it because it's just hilarious and tech related to a degree. After buying 9% of Twitter last week, and then declining to join the board of directors after a background check was required of Elon Musk, he decided, you know what? I don't want a background check, but I still kind of want to be involved in this, so if I have to go through that, and I already own more than any individual person does, why don't I just buy the whole company? And so earlier today, the announcement came out that he was willing to personally buy out the entirety of Twitter for $54 a share, making the proposed buyout valued at roughly $43 billion. Because fucking why not? That's all I have in my notes. I don't even have an answer for what that would be. He even came out and said if they don't accept it, he's got a plan B. I don't know if he does have a plan B. Elon Musk has turned into the biggest fucking internet troll billionaire on the planet. So I don't know what his long game is here.
Elon Musk is a national treasure, and he should be protected at all means necessary because
it's just crazy.
He's the type of guy that, like, you know, if you fuck with him and you turn that guy evil, like, he could be a legit Bond villain, and you just don't want to fuck with that. And as of right now, like, it seems like he's got a pure heart, and he's trying to just do good for the human race.
Which Twitter is definitely
on that side.
Definitely the avenue to take to secure the human race is to buy out Twitter. That is definitely where the $43 billion.
Well, I mean, Elon Musk is not a big fan of your traditional media. Like, he's not a fan of.
Not very many people with that much money are.
No,
unless you're Robert Murdoch or some shit.
It's all fake news, man.
Unless you own the
Fox
media, then it's different.
Fake news, CNN, fake news. It's all just propaganda, bullshit, narrative, left and right wing.
And even if it's fake, they don't bother to
they don't care.
Fact check before they release it because it's all about who gets out first.
That's because there's a bunch of sheep watching it, and they're like, bah, yeah, okay, yeah, bah.
24-hour news networks, a big problem.
Yeah, so I think Elon Musk wants to create his own social media platform, and instead of creating one, I guess you could just buy Twitter and change it to whatever it is that you want to change it to.
That's true.
And if it doesn't work, if he's got a plan B, okay, but I think he's going to own a massive media company, and he's going to put the truth out there, and it's gonna have a massive following, massive.
Well, whatever that's all. I think that's ultimately the plan. Like, in my mind, when I thought about it, I was like, okay, do I really think Elon Musk wants to buy Twitter? No, I actually don't think he wants to buy Twitter. I think Elon Musk is hedging his bets in a couple of places right now. He already buys, because in what world do you order of operations buy 9% of the company, by far the largest stake, twice that of Jack Dorsey?
Well, he wanted a seat on the table.
Yeah, and
that's why he bought so much.
Yeah, but then he declined because he didn't want a background check. So now his plan is, okay, well, if I say that I'll offer this, it's a win-win situation for him, right? He gets to wait and see. What does the stock price do on that news? How does that pan out, right? He's already gotten sued by the SEC, but he doesn't care because he's the richest man on the planet now. So, they'd have to sue him for, incalculable amounts of money if they even knew that he was manipulating stock price after having bought 9% of the company. So he either does this and they accept, and it's a W for him because it means that he has a social media platform in which he doesn't have to build from the ground up, already has a huge user base, and he can now do, as you said, with whatever he wants to do with it and make it as he wants to. The backup plan to that would be they decline. He's got $9 billion in the company, which means he then can go out and spend the other $43 billion he was just willing to spend on Twitter, build a new platform, push that platform, and even if that doesn't pan out, he still has 9% in the competing company of whatever platform he puts out. So it's a giant hedged bet on all sides, and there's really not any losing for him in this instance. So I'll be interested to see if they accept that or not. I don't know, but you know what? Like Elon Musk, you know what dawned on me. They did the Texas Gigafactory opening here. I think it was last week. I want to say it was within the last week or so. And there's video of the they threw the big event or whatever when they opened the factory. And I swear to God, if you haven't seen it, and you still remember the opening scenes from like Iron Man, if you want to see him literally one-to-one recreate the Tony Stark entrance in Iron Man, it's literally the same entrance. He gets it. He's
Tony
got his.
Stark, man.
He's literally he's just fucking taking on the Tony Stark persona. He drives in his convertible Tesla. Everyone is standing around like screaming and cheering at Elon Musk entering the room in his Tesla. He drives up on stage. He gets out of his car. He walks over. He does like the hands up thing, and everyone's just clapping. And I swear to God, you could one-to-one map that shit to the fucking Tony Stark entrance in Iron Man. So it's just he's clearly a little bit fucking crazy, but you have to be to do what he does. And like you said, we're somewhere between benevolent trillionaire, because I think he's the first trillionaire if he lives long enough. He's definitely the first one going to hit it. So he's either benevolent or he turns into a fucking Bond villain. That's the two routes. And the rest of the Western world, because in reality there are people with his kind of money in various degrees in other countries like in China and whatnot. But into the Western world, it's basically just wait and see what does Elon Musk do, because he's going to move the needle for like the entire Western hemisphere based on whatever he decides. Wakes up in the morning after his 3.5 hour sleep and decides what he wants to do for the day. So we'll see. We'll see if he buys out Twitter. If he does, bets on an edit button coming through even faster, because apparently Twitter's working on it. Is it coming even faster if he shows up? Are we getting an even faster edit button, Mr. Black?
Yeah. There's gonna be. He already put out a big long list of stuff that he wanted to do.
He did.
So he's gonna do it. I mean, he's one of the richest, most powerful people in the world.
Did you see the interaction between him?
Twitter, he's gonna buy it. He's gonna buy it if he wants it. Like if he really wants Twitter, he'll get it. He really wants it.
Did you see the interaction between him and I can't remember if it was who was it? Was it Bezos on Twitter? I can't remember, but the interaction was like. Elon was tweeted like, I'm considering turning the entirety of Twitter's headquarters into a homeless shelter because nobody apparently goes to the headquarters. And Jeff Bezos like fucking responded, and I like just the fact that those two were like, it was almost like watching a movie breaking the fourth wall. You know what I mean? Like you're watching these two talk to each other on Twitter about like this fucking. It was almost surreal to me to see that interaction. It's just, and it was like it's just two insanely wealthy dudes memeing about maybe we just fuck around and turn one of the largest social media platforms into a fucking homeless shelter. It was such a weird fucking interaction. It's just the world is crazy, man. The world is crazy. But we'll see what he decides to inevitably do, should they actually accept that offer, which I believe that per share offer is quite a bit of a percentage above the current stock price. Oh, yeah. So it's not he didn't lowball them, that's for sure.